और झगड़ा खत्म करें वंस फॉर ऑल।
And we've cut across to these live pictures of junior doctors protesting in Kolkata. This over the Arjikar incident. Remember, in the latest, we are learning that Sanjoy Roy has now said that he is being framed and he's being taken out of Sealdah court. We'll try and play out that exact sequence on our screens and also get a voice from the Bangla newsroom to get you the latest details of how the case is now turning. Sanjoy Roy, the prime accused in the Arjikar case, the man allegedly who carried out that act against Dr. Abhaya, committing that rape and murder, has now pleaded not guilty, and in this sequence he has allegedly said that he is being framed. We'll play out that entire sequence. This even as we understand that junior doctors are up in arms against the Mamata government yet again, and they're all set to stage a strike where they say that they're unhappy with the progress of the investigation. They need speedy justice for Dr. Abhaya, and as they are in process on going on a strike yet again, this is the latest sequence that is coming as Sanjoy Roy, who was being taken out of Sealdah court, went on to make this statement. Remember, the trial that is all set to begin from the 11th of November in the rape and murder of Dr. Abhaya, and the CBI that is continuing with its investigation, where protests have been continuing in full swing across West Bengal seeking justice for Abhaya. We understand how junior doctors are not satisfied with how there hasn't been speedy justice so far in the case. And that exact sequence where we do understand that Sanjoy Roy has pleaded not guilty. He's saying he's being framed.
আমি কিন্তু রেপ এন্ড মার্ডার করিনি। আমি বললাম, আমাকে সেখানেও সে বলতে চাইনি, আমাকে মিশে নামিয়ে দিল, আমার কথা শুনছে না, পুরো সরকারি আমাকে পাঠাচ্ছে। আমি এতদিন চুপ ছিল, আমাকে সব জায়গায় ভয় দেখাচ্ছে যে না তুমি কিছু বলবে না, তুমি কিছু বলবে না। আমার ডিপার্টমেন্ট আমাকে ভয় দেখিয়ে আমাকে করেছে। আমি কিন্তু পুরোপুরি নির্দোষ, আমাকে ফাঁসানো হয়েছে। বলছি আমার কথা চুপচাপ ছিলাম, আমার কোনো কথা শুনিনি, আমাকে বিনা কারণে ফাঁসানো হয়েছে, আমার নামে সব কিছু দেওয়া হচ্ছে। আমি কিন্তু রেপ এন্ড মার্ডার করিনি। আমি বললাম, আমাকে সেখানেও সে বলতে চাইনি, আমাকে মিশে নামিয়ে দিল, আমার কথা শুনছে না, পুরো সরকারি আমাকে পাঠাচ্ছে। আমি এতদিন চুপ ছিল, আমাকে সব জায়গায় ভয় দেখাচ্ছে যে না তুমি কিছু বলবে না, তুমি কিছু বলবে না। আমার ডিপার্টমেন্ট আমাকে ভয় দেখিয়ে আমাকে করে।
And while we get my colleague from Republic Bangla to take us through the exact details of what Sanjoy Roy said, the key accused in this case, who was being taken out of Sealdah court, went on to clearly speak to the camera saying that he is being framed. Is this yet another attempt to derail the investigation? Because there have been flip-flops as far as Sanjoy Roy is concerned. Reports that clearly suggest how he had first accepted that he was the one who had committed the crime. Then later he went on to take the same position as he is taking now. And yet again in this sequence he's saying that he is not guilty, he is being framed. Let's once again listen into this sequence, after which I cut across to Ridita from the Bangla newsroom.
আমি কিন্তু রেপ এন্ড মার্ডার করিনি। আমি বললাম, আমাকে সেখানেও সে বলতে চাইনি, আমাকে মিশে নামিয়ে দিল, আমার কথা শুনছে না, পুরো সরকারি আমাকে পাঠাচ্ছে। আমি এতদিন চুপ ছিল, আমাকে সব জায়গায় ভয় দেখাচ্ছে যে না তুমি কিছু বলবে না, তুমি কিছু বলবে না। আমার ডিপার্টমেন্ট আমাকে ভয় দেখিয়ে আমাকে করেছে। আমি কিন্তু পুরোপুরি নির্দোষ, আমাকে ফাঁসানো হয়েছে। বলছি আমার কথা চুপচাপ ছিলাম, আমার কোনো কথা শুনিনি, আমাকে বিনা কারণে ফাঁসানো হয়েছে, আমার নামে সব কিছু দেওয়া হচ্ছে। আমি কিন্তু রেপ অ্যান্ড মার্ডার করিনি, আমি বললাম, আমাকে সেখানেও সে বলতে চাইনি, আমাকে মিশে নামিয়ে দিল, আমার কথা শুনছে না, পুরো সরকারি আমাকে ফাঁসাচ্ছে। আমি এতদিন চুপ ছিলাম, আমাকে সব জায়গায় ভয় দেখাচ্ছে যে না তুমি কিছু বলবে না, তুমি কিছু বলবে না। আমার এই ডিপার্টমেন্ট আমাকে ভয় দেখিয়ে আমাকে এ করেছে, আমি কিন্তু পুরোপুরি নির্দোষ, আমাকে ফাঁসানো হয়েছে। বলছি আমার কথা শুনিনি,
এতদিন পর যখন চার্জ গঠনের প্রক্রিয়া শুরু হয়েছে, এই দিন তাকে আদালত থেকে বার করার সময় তিনি বলছেন, বা নিয়ে যাওয়ার সময় তিনি বলছেন তিনি কিচ্ছু করেননি। এই নিয়ে কথা বলবো, আমাদের সঙ্গে টেলিফোনে রয়েছেন সৈকত পাল, আমাদের প্রতিনিধি। সৈকত, সঞ্জয় রায় আজ মুখ খুললেন, বিস্ফোরক কথা বলছেন, তিনি নাকি কিছু করেননি সরকার।
All right, let me cut across to my colleague Ritita joining us on the phone line. Ritita, first up from you, the exact translation of what Sanjay Roy has said.
Exactly, Suresha. As we can see, that this is the first time that he has opened up his mouth, and we can see him screaming from the prison van, and he's saying very clearly that he is not guilty, he is innocent, and he's saying that he has not done anything. He's repeatedly saying that I have not done anything, I have been framed by my department, I have been entirely framed by the government has asked me to keep quiet. He repeatedly has said that the government has scared him, has threatened him to not open his mouth, and he was said by the government that you will not say anything, you have to keep your mouth shut. He's repeating himself and saying that I have not committed the murder or rape. And it was the government that has forced him to keep quiet and take on the allegations of the rape and murder case. So that is what we are getting, that exact translation that we are getting from him, that he is innocent and he has been pressurized by Mamata's government and the department which was run by Sandeep Ghosh and his goons. And he's stating that he is completely made, he was innocent and he is completely made a scapegoat into the issue. And this is what the assumption has been from all those days, but now it is clear, as it is coming from the first time from Sanjay Roy, who has been the first accused in the case, and we get to hear that he is completely innocent. It was the government who has pressurized him to consider this as his fault in committing the rape and murder case of Abhaya. We can see him exiting from the Sealdah court where he was produced today, and from the prison van he is screaming and saying that the Mamata government has been framing him. Back to you, Suresha.
Continue talking to me, Ritita, because we have also seen how reportedly Sanjoy Roy first accepted to what he had done, and then reports also suggested that he said he was being framed. Today, yet again, he's towing the same line. Given the pace of the investigation, given what the CBI has said in court until now, what's expected as far as the next legal pursuit is concerned?
Absolutely, Suresha. So as we get to know, this was today, it marks to be the first day when the CBI's charge sheet is accepted and the committee has been formed. But what we are getting to know that Sanjay Roy, even after so many introspections and interrogation, has not opened up his mouth. But for the first time, we are getting to hear from him. He has opened up his mouth after the first CBI charge sheet is formed today, and we get to hear from 11th of this month, the procedures or the processings are going to start. But from Sanjay Roy, we are getting to hear that he is innocent. It is again a question that why was he quiet? Probably it was the government's pressure that scared him enough to stay quiet on this, because he has repeated himself saying that I'm scared of the government. Mamata's government has scared me. My department, which was run by Sandeep Ghosh and his goons, has scared me. So, of course, we are understanding something.
All right, Ritita, do stay on with us. Shakanta Majumdar is with us on the phone line. Mr. Majumdar, what do you make of this statement by Sanjoy Roy?
See, it's a great allegation, it's a big allegation rather, and it should be investigated, as he is the prime accused of the incident of rape and murder. And remember, in this case, in Arjikar case, the case has been investigated by the state police first for 5 days, and after that the case has been handed over to CBI by the honorable court. So within that 5 days, the kind of allegations coming now, it is now quite evident, as already stated by the CBI, that the West Bengal State Police has covered up the whole thing. They have created an atmosphere that the evidences have been destroyed by them, and now this allegation by the Sanjay Roy that the West Bengal government is keeping him to keep shut down his mouth, and he has been framed by the state government. So obviously it's a big allegation, and it should be investigated properly.
But do you think this is also an attempt to derail the investigation?
So that will be decided by the investigation agencies whether it is if it is a ploy or not to derail the investigation. That also should be taken into consideration. The main thing is that if some amount of truth is in it, then it's a matter of great concern. The state government has tried already, and they are trying to cover up the actual culprit.
You know, Mr. Majumdar, the Mamata government has already been facing the heat given the lapses in the investigation and all that has happened. Junior doctors who are planning to go on a protest again because they have been demanding speedy justice in the case, which has not happened yet. Now, we understand that the CBI is investigating the case. The top court is also looking into the case very closely. But with regards to this particular statement coming in from Sanjoy Roy, how would you as the opposition in West Bengal take it? All right, not too sure if Mr. Majumdar is still connected with us, but he clearly states that these allegations are big and it must be investigated at the highest level. This sequence of prime accused in the Abhaya rape and murder case, Sanjoy Roy, while leaving from Sealdah court, went on to say that he was being framed by the Mamata government, and there is a lot of pressure from the Mamata government. Now, whether this is just another attempt to derail the investigation or whether there is more to it than what meets the eye is the big question. This particular sequence coming in from Republic Bangla, where my colleagues are trying to get to the bottom of what exactly was said, certainly marking a huge twist as far as the investigation is concerned. Now, while the entire country is awaiting a word from the CBI and what happens in the top court in this case, let's once again listen into this sequence. Sanjoy Roy pleading not guilty, most importantly saying that it is the Mamata government framing him.
চুপচাপ ছিলাম, আমার কোনো কথা শুনিনি, আমাকে বিনা কারণে ফাঁসানো হয়েছে, আমার নামে সবকিছু দেওয়া হচ্ছে। আমি কিন্তু রেপ এন্ড মার্ডার করিনি, আমি বললাম, আমাকে সেখানেও যে বলতে চাইনি, আমাকে মিশে নামিয়ে দিল, আমার কথা শুনছে না, পুরো সরকারি আমাকে ফাঁসাচ্ছে। আমি এতদিন চুপ ছিলাম, আমাকে সব জায়গায় ভয় দেখাচ্ছে যে না তুমি কিছু বলবে না, তুমি কিছু বলবে না। আমার এই ডিপার্টমেন্ট আমাকে ভয় দেখিয়ে আমাকে করেছে, আমি কিন্তু পুরোপুরি নির্দোষ, আমাকে ফাঁসানো হয়েছে। চুপচাপ ছিলাম, আমার কোনো কথা শুনিনি, আমাকে বিনা কারণে ফাঁসানো হয়েছে, আমার নামে সবকিছু দেওয়া হচ্ছে। আমি কিন্তু রেপ এন্ড মার্ডার করিনি, আমি বললাম, আমাকে সেখানেও যে বলতে চাইনি, আমাকে মিশে নামিয়ে দিল, আমার কথা শুনছে না, পুরো সরকারি আমাকে ফাঁসাচ্ছে। আমি এতদিন চুপ ছিলাম, আমাকে সব জায়গায় ভয় দেখাচ্ছে যে না তুমি কিছু বলবে না, তুমি কিছু বলবে না। আমার এই ডিপার্টমেন্ট আমাকে ভয় দেখিয়ে আমাকে করেছে, আমি কিন্তু পুরোপুরি নির্দোষ, আমাকে ফাঁসানো হয়েছে। চুপচাপ ছিলাম, আমার কোনো কথা শুনিনি, আমাকে বিনা কারণে ফাঁসানো হয়েছে, আমার নামে সবকিছু দেওয়া হচ্ছে। আমি কিন্তু রেপ এন্ড মার্ডার করিনি, আমি বললাম, আমাকে সেখানেও যে বলতে চাইনি, আমাকে মিশে নামিয়ে দিল। চুপচাপ ছিলাম, আমার কোনো কথা শুনিনি, আমাকে বিনা কারণে ফাঁসানো হয়েছে, আমার নামে সবকিছু দেওয়া হচ্ছে। আমি কিন্তু রেপ এন্ড মার্ডার করিনি, আমি বললাম, আমাকে সেখানেও যে বলতে চাইনি, আমাকে মিশে নামিয়ে দিল, আমার কথা শুনছে না, পুরো সরকারি আমাকে ফাঁসাচ্ছে। আমি এতদিন চুপ ছিলাম, আমাকে সব জায়গায় ভয় দেখাচ্ছে যে না তুমি কিছু বলবে না, তুমি কিছু বলবে না। আমার এই ডিপার্টমেন্ট আমাকে ভয় দেখিয়ে আমাকে করেছে, আমি কিন্তু পুরোপুরি নির্দোষ, আমাকে ফাঁসানো হয়েছে। চুপচাপ ছিলাম, আমার কোনো কথা শুনিনি, আমাকে বিনা কারণে ফাঁসানো হয়েছে, আমার নামে সবকিছু দেওয়া হচ্ছে। আমি কিন্তু রেপ অ্যান্ড মার্ডার করিনি, আমি বললাম, আমাকে সেখানেও সে বলতে দেয়নি, আমাকে মিশে নামিয়ে দিল, আমার কথা শুনছে না, পুরো সরকারি আমাকে ফাঁসাচ্ছে। আমি এতদিন চুপ ছিলাম, আমাকে সব জায়গায় ভয় দেখাচ্ছে যে না তুমি কিছু বলবে না, তুমি কিছু বলবে না। আমার ডিপার্টমেন্ট আমাকে ভয় দেখিয়ে আমাকে এ করেছে, আমি কিন্তু পুরোপুরি নির্দোষ, আমাকে ফাঁসানো হয়েছে। চুপচাপ ছিলাম, আমার কোনো কথা শুনিনি, আমাকে বিনা কারণে ফাঁসানো হয়েছে, আমার নামে সবকিছু দেওয়া হচ্ছে। আমি কিন্তু রেপ অ্যান্ড মার্ডার করিনি, আমি বললাম, আমাকে সেখানেও সে বলতে দেয়নি, আমাকে মিশে নামিয়ে দিল, আমার কথা
All right, Radhita, I want to come back to you because we understand that the daily trial process in this case is set to begin from the 11th of November. And the CBI has already filed charges against Sanjoy Roy. Is this yet another attempt to just derail the investigation, or could this have an impact on the kind of developments that are expected to come?
As we understand from today's hearing at the Sealdah court today, that we understand that Sanjoy Roy, his claim or his allegations are a twist to this scenario. Probably after today, and tomorrow, as we know that the Supreme Court has its hearing tomorrow, so after today we were guessing that the action would be deeper, and also because the committee has been formed and the first charge sheet has been formed and taken in action. So the matter was not to be derailed, but rather taken more care, and we would have gotten deeper and closer to the accused, or to finding out who the actual guilty in the matter is. But after today, I think the action will be taken in a different game, and there is a twist after Sanjay Roy's statement, because he is saying that he repeatedly, in number of times, has said that he is not guilty. But Mamata's government has told him that you do not open your mouth anywhere. He has said even false allegations, false proofs have been provided in his name. He has been scared from every area. So what we are getting to know that the entire government, it is not only Sandeep Ghosh and Mamata Banerjee stating that it is only a particular department that has buffed the entire society, but it is just not the only department. It is the entire state. It is the Health Minister Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, who is involved in it and has played on and has had a hand in changing the entire game of the Abhaya rape and murder case, because it is from her government, and of course it is coming from a government, it is not without a consultation, that false proof, misconceptions has been given not only to the society but also submitted around to CBI. So I think deeper, and we are going to have deeper investigation into this process, and tomorrow's Supreme, and also looking forward to tomorrow's Supreme Court hearing, what CBI charges are we going to see tomorrow in the Supreme Court.
You know, Radhita, I particularly want to refer to the statement that he said, where he said that it is a conspiracy against me to save others. I once again want you to point out to the key players in this case, and how it has been spoken about a deliberate attempt to shield them. What exactly is he referring to? How does one read into it?
See, we have big heads into this that was involved. We have a person like Sandeep Ghosh, who was removed, who after committing such a grievous crime was removed as a principal. But again, a question comes in as, why did Mamata Banerjee again bring it? Why was he giving a new post in a day's time? How was a transfer made to him in a better post and in a better college? So obviously, to understand this thing, we understand that Sandeep Ghosh is somebody very close to Mamata Banerjee, and also someone who is very aware of what politics is going on in Mamata's government. What is Mamata Banerjee hiding? And it is just not the small players like Sandeep Ghosh or the OC of the Tala police station, Abhijit Mondal, who have been produced today in the court, but it is also a lot of...
All right, do stay on with us as we have Shishir Bajoria from the West Bengal BJP unit joining us on the phone line. Shishir Bajoria, how do you view this statement by Sanjoy Roy?
See, in this whole Arjikar thing, let's go to day one, the day this unfortunate, very bad, pathetic incident happened. Let's go there. First thing, it was said suicide. Calcutta police chief also certified it as a suicide. This man, or the principal, said suicide. Then he resigned from his job and he got a promotion. See, all these shows what has happened with passage of time. We forget the start. After all, Ganga flows through the country because it started from Gangotri. It's the purity of the river. But here, the sin, the heinous sin that was committed, the day it happened, let's go back, let's not forget that incident. All these people certified this as a suicide. Why are we forgetting that? Why is the police chief not being now he's the ex-police chief? But again, this is what happens with passage of time. And now today, he's being told to shut up. Here, the West Bengal government, led by the chief minister, they're holding a smoking gun in the hand.
No, but my point also is, sir, that the BJP has been up in arms against the Mamata government over the Arjikar case and the Abhaya rape and murder case, which has become the hugest standpoint in the state of West Bengal. This even as we understand that the CBI has filed charges against Sanjoy Roy and it is investigating the case. The matter is in the top court. With this particular statement by Sanjoy Roy, do you smell something fishy? Is it that the BJP is going to take this up against the Mamata government?
BJP will be fighting this till its logical conclusion. That is for sure. As far as smelling fishy, it stinks. This stinks. The top leadership of Mamata's government and her bureaucracy are involved in it up to their eyes. And she is protecting them one after the other. And BJP is not going to leave this. And you see when CBI came in, what happened? The officer in charge, what the whole country knows as an SHO, he is in police lockup. I mean, can it be worse than this? That the police station chief is in police lockup.
All right, Mr. Shishir Bajoria, many thanks for speaking to Republic as we continue to stay with this sequence of Sanjay Roy, the key accused in this case, who's gone on to say that there is a lot of pressure by the Mamata government and it is an attempt to frame him, has now marked a whole new turn to this story. We slip into a short commercial break right now. We'll be back on the other side to continue to get you more voices and angles on this story.